Hello everyone, this is Count Yonde, and I am going to do a episode 2 of Crusader Kings, The Kingdom of David. In this I'm playing the grand strategy game of Crusader Kings, and attempting to create the Kingdom of Israel by grasping it away from these, all of these Muslims basically. With that, I will be playing a horselord, Jewish man, a lord, in order to create a kingdom powerful enough to go down and bring wrath upon those infidels. Okay, our current Kagan is Manazeh. If you go with the default names of Crusader Kings, yeah, no doubt you'll end with names you'll find difficulty in pronouncing. Here we have a good amount of children right about now. And we have ourselves a wife and a concubine. We gotta basically fix that because we really should have 3 concubines. So if you have any interest in doing this, or sorry, in watching this, you could probably just try to give a follow or something. I'm be posting this under YouTube under YouTube/Count Yonde. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so let's see where we were. Okay, we had grabbed a few counties, but now there's a clan complaining about wanting too much land. That is a problem. Let me see, which clan is it? Okay, you hold too much clip compared to other clans. How did one outcome counties where you might face revolts from existing clans? Okay, this thing is the big clan, right? Yeah, Shino. He's already there. Yeah. His father was my blood brother. Okay, want more land. Clans want more land. Let me see, is this right though? Let me see, this guy has... This is one of my clan vassals. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 little counties. And where is the other one? The other one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I think we can. Oh, actually they've gotten some adjacency here, I think. That is not good. Good, because that means they might be able to attack each other, which is unfortunate. But if we give, let's see, I think I'm going to give this guy Pronsk. He's okay, this is all mine. And I'm going to give him Pronsk. He'll like me a lot better, and I won't have that penalty going around anymore, which I think is overall pretty good. Okay, we can't change any laws right about now. Since we are horselord and nomadic, we are stuck with our council having as much power as a council can possibly have in Crusader Kings, which is pretty bad. But on top of that, we have all of the horselord benefits to go along with that, though. And honestly, horselords are a little bit like playing easy mode in Crusader Kings, because they happen to break a lot of the rules you would traditionally see. So if you're intending to watch video in order to learn to play Crusader Kings overall, this is probably not the place you would like to see. Okay, we're gonna need to do some more wars, and we don't have a pact of non-aggression like we have with Pecheneг. They have around 800 troops, and just our horde is 1900, and then we can call in our vassals and our tributary as well. Yeah, to mention, we have a tributary over here, which is a mechanic in Crusader Kings. You can declare a war on pretty much anyone you don't have a pact of non-aggression on for a tributary, and if you win, they become your tributary. You can try to call them in wars, and they'll join up if they like you, and they will be continuously paying you money, which is pretty good. So basically having tributaries is pretty good. Let me see, we already have a pact of non-aggression with him, so I think getting into Mordwa is probably the better thing. Okay, we can do a conquest, which is basically picking up a little bit of a county. Subjugation, let me see. Subjugate. Yeah, that's where we vassalize all of them, and I think we actually might want to do that. We don't want to do an invasion, because invasion takes us up and has requirements that we don't fulfill. But subjugations are it's only once in their lifetime, but I think this is probably one of the biggest claims we might be able to grab in one go, so I think it's actually worth it. Okay, we're gonna subjugate. we're gonna call in our, here's where in military, going in here is where you call all your nomadic and tribal vassals. Your regular vassals will basically just have levy that you generate here, but I don't have levy as I'm a horselord. I only have a horde that just walks around. And I am going to call my tributary to arms as well. And yeah, I'm going to try to become exalted among men, which it's, you know, one of these ambitions. Basically, if you fulfill them, you get like a little bit of a minor benefit. And that's basically if you gather 1,000 prestige, which we're some pretty far away from. Now I get 100 prestige and no diplomacy, which is pretty nice actually. Okay, so the good thing, the really good thing about being a horse lord is that usually I would have to spend some time gathering up all my levies from various counties and parts of my empires before I attack. But instead, I can just have my horde ready at the edge of my empire and just ready to strike immediately upon entering. That is not good though. That is probably mercenaries that he's hiring. Ooh, that is actually not good. That is more troops than I am expecting to be able to beat. Okay, let me see how many kids we have. 5. Yeah, and I'm under the tradition of simply naming my kids after numbers. So as this is the 6th child in the dynasty, its name is 6. Okay, we can't hire mercenaries, I believe, because we don't have the money for that. But those 2,000 troops are sort of coming out of nowhere. I'm guessing that event spawned. Okay. I think if we can move up with our clan vassals, I think we can still win. But we have to be a little bit more smarter and more careful than I thought we initially would have to be. Also, I'm going to check if we have retinues that we can generate. We're going to make a couple light retinue here, and try to have them gather up with the main horse. Okay, now that one of our bigger clan vassals is there, we have no problem occupying this. Ooh, let me see. We got a victory over there. Got a victory over there. Hopefully their 2,000 army stack seems to be gone, and that is worrying. Okay, there it is. It's not gunning for us though, which is in of itself a little strange, because this would be their opportunity to try to strike back and stuff. Let me see, they're also getting attacked by the guys up top. Okay, that's probably the thing that's distracting them. Okay, we don't want to do that. Sorry, are they following us? No, they are not following us. Okay, now I think we're going to get back to our counties and just keep this occupied for a little while. If we go back to our land here over here, we're probably going to be able to get to reinforce some of that levy. We're going to check if we can have enough to create some more retinues. That's not the case. Jeberdine. 3,000, because we've got the Mordwa. We've got those guys just behind us. I think we can beat that. There's almost no fort, and we've got reinforcements slightly behind us, and oh wow, we're just really kicking their ass. I guess that's basically what you get when you have a bunch of cavalry retinue fighting nothing but pure infantry. And I think we can just gather the advantage and probably win the war before that army rallies, which is pretty good for us, because we're going to get some very big amount of land straight into our empire here over here. Okay, no, that's being Army of Plosk, which I believe is being attacking them. Yeah, it's neutral, it's part of that invasion. We've beaten them in battle. We're occupying a ridiculous amount of their land. Shall have it. That's basically just like a random event that generates you some technology points if you're lucky. We can no longer improve any upgrades. We cannot. Okay, that's the leader. Okay, we're gonna make sure to not stay there because that's only gonna put up the war score for whoever our vassal whoever our enemy is fighting against. So it does us very little good. But what does us a lot of good is trying to chase that army down for the last bit of war score we need. And luckily our clan vassal over here luckily has gotten to lock that army down until the rest of the force can get there. Even if they are probably going to lose this fight, we're going to pick it up just where we left off. Yeah, exactly. And it's the really good thing about attacking something on an enemy army that's already been fighting is that its morale will start far lower than it usually would. And morale dropping to 0 is usually the way a battle ends. It's not when the actual military goes to 0. Okay, now that we've won the subjugation war, we're going to enforce demands, and we get some prestige from that, and we get to basically eat up all of that empire that was there. We can try to settle as tribe, but we cannot try to and other non-nomad vassals by 15. Which one has the highest amount of holdings? If we do the Mari thing, it's not a holy site or anything, no? We actually might just be able to sack that. Birthday. We're going to, I think, revoke. Let's see, almost. This is our only vassal, and I think we can take him on pretty much. We're gonna revoke the chiefdom of Mordor. Wait. Oh no, we have a truce, so we must have a special reason to do it. So basically, we're just gonna keep him around as a vassal of ours. A little tribal guy. It's fine. He's probably not gonna be much do much until that happens. Bryansk, is this guy independent? He is. That is actually very good for us. Although he is in the defensive pact. Let's look how that looks. Yeah, there's a lot of little guys in defensive pacts against us, and I don't think that's a good way to do a war, but you see? We don't really want to settle as a tribe. We probably want to keep ourselves as a nomad. Tribals do have their advantages, but currently a horselord is where we want to be, especially since we have 2 clans down. Ooh, we have some technology. We're going to get some military organization, and then after that we're going to wait until we can get some cavalry. Ooh, Italian revolt. Let me see, how is the revolt doing after this battle is over? That's basically going to, yeah, 48. We're not going to bother trying to pick that up. We're instead just going to try to try to somehow get our actually, I think it's probably better to have our capital be at a 5-slot area, so I'm going to make that our capital. And besides, it's a little closer to where everything's happening over here, so I think that's just overall better. Yeah, although our money income is very poor, so I think what we need to do is to start raiding other people. Try to find someone and start that we can, and start raiding. Actually, these guys I think are a pretty good target to raid. Karen is surprisingly good, well off. This is one of the few Zoroastrian rulers in the game. I've played a playthrough of them through, and it's very, very difficult to get much ahead. Sure, I'll pray to God that God will recover. Mostly because of all the Muslims that are around them, and they usually don't succeed as much as they are right now. These guys that have Tabaristan are usually the guys that that do a holy war against them, that weaken them enough for the Saffarids or Samanids to squish them up. It's very rare for them to be relevant in the greater politics at large. Ooh, I will take that. That is a very good, because as a horse nomad, you basically just want to produce as many kids as you possibly can, and honestly, when you're playing most things in Crusader Kings, that's how you want things to be. Oh, is our truce against the Magyars almost over? And our threat of 5. Okay. Okay, 5 is only up Okay, 5% is each is the moment where we will no longer have to deal with any defensive pact, and we can just start doing that. Okay, well, we're getting some money from that. Not a lot, though. Maybe there's some better place next to us that we can raid. We don't really want to raid this guy, because this guy is our tributary. So in general, it's going to reduce his opinion. Okay, we're actually going to punish this guy for trying to... Oof, he's actually probably going to manage to fully raid us over here, but that's fine, because we have... Yeah, it's going to basically lose us some tax, but overall it's not going to be the worst. We're going to make a... Let me see, do I want to make a horse breeder? Is there anything here that increases money? Because that's actually kind of what we need. Nomad tax income, that sounds pretty good. Sheep, nomad tax +4. Wait, cattle fences +1. Oh yeah, it's also population growth. Okay, we're going to try to just save up to 80 to get one of those that are tax growth. Because that's basically what we need way more right about now. We're going to attack him over here to try to keep him from raiding us in the future. Lamza E-tail on the 30th of June. 29:16. Okay, we got him now. We have a court chaplain missing. Okay, court chaplain. Okay, and... Oh, damn it, I must have forgotten to do that, because I should have renamed that 6. But instead, this one will just be named 7. Without context. It's fine. I screwed up there. Should have named her 6. Let me see. Oh, no! Oh, no, wait. Oh, never mind. Oh, no, that is us. Ugh, the Bane of Mordor. That is not good at all. Good at all. We get some penalties. We might actually die. This is just not very good. Although our heir is slightly better than we are, so this is not the end of the world if we die, especially since we get the subjugation back. Like we would try to subjugate someone else as well, but overall, it's not the worst. Okay, but until then, we're just gonna raid them back, and hopefully get enough money to do something. Let me see. Hold war games. Holding war games to get some prestige. Since prestige is basically money to improve our troops, I think it's actually worth it to hold that. It will be a great contest. Yeah, I'm right. Escalon, yeah, this is the one we want to create Israel. The best warrior shall win. Okay, we're gonna get some heavy infantry tech. He's bullied one of the games. Ooh, Marsan won the war games. That's actually pretty good. Good. We're also going to do let me see, improve kids. It's Bakatur Council. Pretty sure that's something that's relevant to us. I'm not sure, but I actually don't think there's a lot here that we can really get out of it. I think Bakatur Council. Stream everyone together, discuss everything politics to tactics. Morale of armies, military technology points. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's kind of worth trying to improve. Prove and unlock. Okay, we're gonna try to be duty focused to try to get some stewardship going. This one is going to also get the same one. Let me see, we are Peshenic, we are no longer at that, but we can't attack him because we are in his country. Well, that's basically how wars work in Crusader Kings. You have to be a little bit just about how you declare wars. You basically gotta make sure you're not already in their country. But I think I'm actually going to declare war on them. But, yeah. All these defensive pacts, they are in the Pagan Defensive Pact. Okay. Can I? I don't think I can. Can I demand a religious conversion? I cannot. Marshal 10. Yep, you're gonna be my advisor. still hates everything about me because I basically conquered him. No one likes it when you break in the door and tell them that you're their new boss. No one likes that. Okay, let's see. Defensive pacts. Yeah, basically everyone we want to attack is in a defensive pack against us, which is not incredibly good. But we can probably wait it out because there's only it's only like 3 or 4 months until up till that happens, and I have it on speed 3, so that shouldn't take too long until we can get some other stuff done. Ooh, okay, I gotta make sure to empty out your prisons. Okay, like not always, because sometimes you do want to keep a prisoner for a while, but a lot of the time you're just cashing in every prisoner you can on the ransom out. Okay, let's see, what do we want to build over here? We've already got our fishing lodge, that's getting our population up. Horse breeder would make our cavalry better. What's wrestling? Okay, it's wrestling people that would get morale of army. Sheep is nomad tax. I think we're gonna get cattle pens is the thing that increases our tax. But also, okay, someone's messaging me on Steam. Okay. He's doing me. EM is technology spread rate and a little bit of tech points. Clan gathering hall. Okay, that's actually a thing we've got to remember to check. I haven't checked that so far. Whether we have some of the Silk Road trading posts, and turns out we do. We have 2 of them, and I think is it worth it though? It gets blocked off a lot of the time when we haven't done most of the things in our capital. I'm not actually going to do the Silk trading post quite yet. I'm instead going to try to get to build. Yeah, I think it's probably better to just improve this, get some sheep, get some money rolling, because then we can more quickly upgrade anything else we've got. And the defensive packs. Now the defensive packs are enough of a joke to the point where we can just attack basically whoever we want. It's tempting to grab the rest of Bulgaria. Yeah, we can't do an invasion because we do not have a population of 30,000. And what is our population anyway? 14,000.56. 14,000.30. This is really scary because their population is very high. And this is actually one of the reasons why we're going to try to grab more and more land. Okay, we've got 2 holdings here in Bryansk. We have 2 holdings we can loot, and I really like that idea. So we're going to do... Okay, I'm going to wait a little bit until we've basically almost marched up right up to them. That is one of the huge things about the nomads that makes them so much easier to play. Instead of having to gather all of your little tiny vassals and all of your different counties, you just have one big horde that is just sort of lazily sitting on the top. And also we're going to get some more troops. I'm going to do the conquest of Bryansk. Okay, we're going to do it over a river, which is some penalties. 9th December. Yeah, we're going to get him. And the thing is, with only 600 troops, and the fact that our troops are probably better, that's probably going to make this very, very easy to do. Okay, usually assaulting all the time is only really good if you have really, really heavy superiority, or if the fort level is a joke. And on most, but not all of the tribals you'll see, their fort level is a joke. So most of the time you should be assaulting that. Oops. Take off raiding and do occupying instead. That is much better. I forgot to take looting off. That was a problem, but now that's fixed. Reinforce the demands. Ooh. Let me see, defensive pact against that, and who the hell is that? Satrapi of Derbent. Okay, it's that guy. Some Persian Muslim going on around here. Okay, now what we're going to do is that we are going to pillage this. Ooh, some pillage, some population. Do we want to give it over to someone else, or do we want to pillage this? Nah, I think I'd actually just rather pillage this. We don't really care for the churches right about now. We just want to make sure they're pillaged away. Okay, now that's pillaged away. Let me see. We've got. Can we revoke some of their stuff? Okay, we revoke their stuff. High Chiefdom of Morda. Rebellious, power, reluctant. Yeah, they don't want us to take their enemies' concubines either. But maybe it's okay to just start another war to just do that. To try to, you know, cut down on their Upna, Mordua, de jure. Basically that, and Shersma. De jure, it's only two counties. It's a lot of land they've got there over there. And the annoying thing is that they have two duchies, otherwise it'd be a lot easier to do. I think I'm actually going to force them to do another war against me. I think that's probably good. I'm just gonna be pretty close to their capital and like already on my way to their capital and say, hey, screw you, I'm going to be taking away even more of your land. Because we don't really want him to just sit here and be, here. I think it's probably better for us to try to grab, or actually, maybe, I think it's probably better to just try to grab land elsewhere while that is going on. The thing I'm more concerned about is the fact that we are not converting the religion of that like we are for Bryansk, because we've basically killed everyone that wasn't Jewish there, killed or enslaved or whatever everyone that wasn't Jewish there, so that's fine. Wait, this guy's got some holdings. Yeah, this guy still has some holdings over here. Let me see, how many troops does he generate? 900. Okay, I think while we're gonna use time where we don't have a defensive pact. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good county. These three counties are pretty good. There's Minsk, where there's like a six. I know there's like one 6-slot county somewhere here. I just don't remember where it is. It's in here somewhere. But it doesn't matter. We're not grabbing that yet. But this county over here, Vladimir, seems pretty good. Although we might not be able to conquest that because we're not next to it. Swomenesco. Okay, subordination. We can't subordinate because we can subdue large foreign areas in a single war. 300 prestige. I can't because I don't have enough prestige. And I don't have. Is nomadic. Have higher population than 5,000. Okay. Was one of the most is nomadic. Oh, okay, no, that's another nomadic subordination. Wait, can we subordinate another horselord? Stickler war support. Nation of Gemic. At least 300 prestige. Okay, yeah, it's subordination to get them to join us that way. I think we just want to do some simple chop wars. But if we can, we want to create titles to try to get some more prestige out of them, because prestige is basically out the money. And if we haven't done the sheep yet, but because we have like enough money to the point where we're just gonna have more at the point where we get more. So I'm actually gonna by the time the trade that thing is finished building up, we're probably gonna have enough money for something. So I'm actually just gonna build a trading post over there. So I'm gonna celebrate Passover. It seems like a fine thing to just continue to do because that prestige is very, very important to us. Okay, so in the meantime, I'm gathering up my horde in Korpir. This is the thing that is sort of worrisome, is the fact that his population is this much bigger than mine. Dienberger, prestige, midlives, love, same faith, next year Jerusalem, and we're going to try to improve his clan sentiment. I think I'm gonna have the diplomat do that. We're gonna improve his clan sentiment. Okay. Stop leading troops. Start training warriors over here. Stop leading troops. Collect tribute from vessels. Tribute. Okay, we're gonna confirm tribute over there. Yep, that seems fine. Gonna study some from there. And stabilize, we're gonna try to do that. Because, like, if his area is mostly Jewish, I think converting the rest should probably be not too difficult. Okay, I think we're just gonna keep grabbing county and county and county and county and county and keep just trying to snowball like that. This is Obranosh. Gonna do a conquest of Obranosh. I think we can just do that with just our horde. Ooh, time for a good war. That is very good. That basically means our tech Atna, or education Atna group was upgraded. There are several education groups in Crusader Kings, and this is the second best one. We had the third best one. And below that, there are one more, because there's Misguided Warrior, Tough Soldier, and on top of that, there is, like, 2 things more. We're going to have, oh, actually, we probably have more options for commanders right about now. We can probably have this guy that utterly hates our guts fight next to us. See how great we are. Okay, the last one was 7, so we're gonna make 8. I don't know, I just kind of like the ideas of the rulers just having numbers assigned to them. We're not gonna assign call in our tribal vessels, because, you know, that causes a little bit of a opinion penalty, and we're probably going to just be able to do that anyway. I had told 2 to stay at home, but just as I finished pushing my gifts to him, I returned to him saying trying to hide from me. The surprise is ruined. I'll grab him by the ear and have a serious talk. Okay. 2 seems regretful that he disobeyed me. Hopefully it won't happen again. There is hope for this child. It's actually good, just basically free prestige, and prestige is already very, very important to me. Let's see. You can't create a retinue. You do not have enough manpower. Here's the manpower. 7, we're going to need more counties. Number of clans. Clan land demand. Okay, total population 60,000. Okay, this guy, I'm going to get some stewardship out of him. Okay, we already occupied it, so we're just going to do that, and then we are going to pillage. Too much land compared to other clans. 8. 16. Let me see. Okay, your horde has looted, ravaged, pillaged, and plundered nation and grown over to such a degree that a holding in this county has been completely devastated. All that is left is a small smattering rebel among our new grazing lands. Our horses will surely like it here. We'll use the corpses to fertilize the fields. Yeah, I like that. Get some population boom going. Then we're going to... Actually, we have the prestige for that. Maybe we can now subordination upgrade. Yeah, but humiliation is 300 prestige. Steal 25% if we... Let me see, they've got 600 troops total. I think it'd be very easy, and the prestige is very good. So I think I'm actually going to do a war in order to simply do nothing but humiliate them, to show them how much better I am as a horselord than they are. And that will probably spike my prestige up, which I think is a really good thing. Let me see. The narrow-minded cripple high chief Purginus outright refused to pay the extra tribute by my steward cat. I shall not forget this. Let me see. I'm just going to assault you right here. Have it the fact that I have his capital improved. Let me see. You surrender on the terms, 300 prestige. Yeah. I've humiliated them. And that actually means my population got also a little bit of a spike. But his seems to be just generally managed to stay around 20,000. You hold some selected one county. Let me see. Where, okay, let me see. I'm gonna look. Where can I more easily see my demos as a horse lord? Land armies, navies, message rules, demos now. Oh, yeah. I can't do that. Is it just easy to do that? I got these 3 and I don't want to give any of those away. I want to keep those, Yeah, you can have you can have quicker, then they don't demand more land. I have exactly 7 versus each of them has 8, and now I basically have to make sure that I try to get some more before they get more threatening. Let me see, Cherson. Okay, this seems fine. No one is in a coalition against us. So what about taking on this guy? He's got 1,500 troops and no friends. Well, our horde is just our horde is 3,000. Although we're gonna get as much, and it's gonna be easier to take on that one. So we're gonna do that. Wow, everything feels so easy when you're playing a horselord. You're just sort of just chilling around, grabbing some land here and there. No problems. Okay, we're gonna try to... Okay, the sheep are still getting that done. We can actually try to finish the other trading post. Yeah, but we have the trade post limit of basically 1, so... Okay, gonna just... Basically... Oh, no, this is the guy we grabbed from before. We can't do that. Okay, these I think might be still the weakest guys we can fight. Yeah, to where we're gonna conquest of Vyazma. So, not conquest of Vyazma, we can do the subordination of Tiver. We subdue foreign areas, large foreign areas in the war. Or takes or vassalizes all titles held by within the High Chiefdom of Tiver. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that when we can take on a guy that's worth something. You don't want to take this guy on. I think. Wait, 300 troops out of 800. Gonna go to this. Yeah, that's. Although, if it's within the. I'm not sure if that is. Okay, let me see. Not conquest, subordination of Chernigov. We can get like 2 a duchy. Ooh, though that does feel pretty good. Chernigov. If we win, no, Westless, all titles held by King Dire within the Jarldom of Chernigov, which is basically these 2. I think this is basically per duchy. I think, like, okay, we're not going to declare this war, but as an example, we think we can do the subordination of Crimea, which is, yeah, it's basically the duchy. We don't want to do that. For one, our council votes no. Second, mostly because we're probably not even going to win this war. Okay, our horde plus our vassals is more troops, but I have a sneaky feeling they've got more land than that. But subordination of Chernigov feels like a pretty good move. Is Chernigov more de jure? No, this is the entire de jure, but it's like 4 and 5 holding slots, so I still think it's worth it. And we're not going to call anyone into it until that happens. Okay, he's got a lot of allies, though, but they're all within his own realm, so that basically just means he's getting a bigger portion of the levy from them than they would usually, and I don't think that's a great amount. Oh, that's a lot of defenders, though, but the fort level is shit, so I'm just going to straight up sacrifice a few hundred to get that done. And especially if we're occupying that early, we're just probably going to waltz over the rest of this war. Oh no, I got food poisoning. That's not good. Oof, that's bad and everything. I don't think I even have a doctor. Can I not have a doctor as a horselord? That is pretty bad, though. Yeah, sure, you're my court physician. Let's try to seek treatment for illness. What does he think is the right thing to do in this position? Okay, no, I'm not gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to... I think I'm gonna choose as long as you know what you're doing. Oh no, even more penalties. Oh, I don't think this character's gonna survive much longer. Ooh. Okay, that's usually good. Clash. Ooh, I think. Oh, okay, I was clan of Ashina. That's not really the. Actually, that is the clan I was trying to do better with. That's actually really, really good. That getting the clans to like me a little bit more. Clan sentiment is +8. Let me see. Same faith 0. Okay. They need more grazing land. Yeah, with that 25,000, I can see why. But we're gonna try to outshine our vassals in that respect. Okay, we've already got 2 duchies occupied, but they've had no army to resist us, which is actually, weirdly in this game, sometimes a bad thing. Because if they had an army, instead of doing these assaults on these locations, we could try to just beat their army, and that's it. We've, got some soldiers coming in. We can probably get some of that. We don't have the manpower. We have the prestige, but not the manpower. Let me see, manpower. Yeah, manpower growth is 9 plus 97. 3,690, basically. 3,690 currently is our maximum levy. Home Gatherer. Okay, that's one of the guys in that realm, so I think we can beat that guy and get some war score. Much needed war score, to be exact. Okay, that's definitely the banner of the right guy over there. Okay, they're not even sieging that properly. Okay, that's okay. He's just calling in his tribal vassals. I believe. I'm pretty sure these are not outside of the realm allies, or are they? Yeah, I'll talk some sense into him. Are they? Well, that guy is. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, I think it's fine because I think we can beat a couple of armies, get to 100 enforced demands before they start to really gather up enough of a force. Ooh, 100. And when 100 comes, usually you want to make sure to end the war as quickly as possible, because if they basically manage to grab this, for instance, that might actually put it below 100, and you want to be usually enforce demands as soon as possible. Now that I enforce demands, I have this lovely, lovely jury. And I'm going to other non-nomad vessels by 5. Yeah, I'm gonna revoke their titles. Oh shit. Wait, how the fuck do they have that much of a troop? How the fuck am I beating that much of a troop? Both are interesting questions. Enforce demands. Revoke title, chief title will pick. And village holding. Are they done? Nope. Sheep are still getting in. We just want the prestige. We don't really care that she gains indolent or not. Yeah, we want to have that because we really want the manpower and population to go up. Our population is 18,000 and rising. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna wait a little bit until our levy recovers. Do we have enough manpower for maybe a retinue? Yeah, we do. Let me see, heavy vanguard, 550 heavy cavalry. Where do you got? See, that's money. Projected cost is 1.11. Prestige is yeah, 0.10 prestige. We're gonna create some more retinues and get them over there. Legalism is not necessarily that great because for the landlords, because they actually get very, very little from it. Yeah, they get like tax, they get like some obligations for later on. Okay, we're gonna get some tribal. Yeah, we're gonna get some tribal levy done. And get some of the vote through, because I think it's probably better to get the levy from them. Get some local progress to tech. I think that's very good. Right, we've got like 2,900. Yeah, he's got like 100 troops. Yeah, calling us it's like 30 troops. Calling him up is like 222 troops. Yeah, we're gonna revoke him. And we're gonna do some more pillaging. We will use this. We will use that to get some even more population going. 18,000 population going to manpower. Population going to man. 61. Okay, net monthly population growth is plus 99 versus plus 36. So we should be getting more. More. They've just got like a bit of a big lead on us. These guys, same for those. And we're also upkeeping a much larger horde than either of those is. And that's actually a thing that's really contributing to this. Okay, great. I'm no longer suffering from the food poisoning. That's actually very good. Yeah, this is the thing about creating the actual empire titles. They are really, really big empires and very, very hard to form. Do we have any pacts of non-aggression against us? No, not yet, and we would like to use that. Actually, Bulgar is their kangri though, so getting the subordination of Pagenic is theoretically going to stir the nest a little bit, as basically, actually, or those guys. Those guys are Swamanesco. Kumania or Tengri, 572, 2,000 plus Pechenig. Pechenig has gotten absorbed. Okay, I think we're gonna wanna try to grab a few more counties here and there before we do that. Magyar, let me see, the conquest of Kunigala. Yeah, attacking, he's got 700 troops. We're gonna try to get the conquest of Korsun through. Yeah, because the general theory is, let me see, want more land, he hold too much. Clan revolt. If there's many planning to avoid two revolt diseases compared to the other clan that one country might face with consequences. I have like one more input group. If I would give them one, I would have more. I'm not exactly sure how this clan demand works. Clan demand works. Okay, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, let's give Gibberton one more clan. Okay, they're gonna get 4, 5, 4, 4, 4. Landed, they're gonna get Chotiza. And now we don't have that demand going in. Gonna go unit. The bigger one goes over there. There, and try to get the that done. We can't create forts because we're nomads, which is, you know, one of the other things that are like a bit of a penalty, but honestly, you feel like it's still just more annoying that you have to build the forts when you're fighting the other guys either. And it's just harder for the other guys split the levy. We usually have them in nice little retinues where we can very, very easily split the revenue. Like when you have in the exact chunks you need to really be able to, you know, get that done. And we got that through too. So we are getting a lot of success and headway down here. The year's not even 1,000, and we have gotten a, like, I think at least most, not most of this kingdom, but we've gotten like most of the kingdom of Ruthenia. We have, yeah, we just like need 2 or 3 counties, and we would actually have the majority there. Okay, Kiev, we don't want to get that guy because we have a non-aggression pact with him. What about Turov? my favorite horse is dead. That's not good. That's not good. I'm gonna choose a new war horse. A strong, powerful war horse. Should look at expert speed. Okay. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna make the same one arrow. We don't actually want to go that far east. I think we're gonna try to. Actually, our tributary is getting a little annoying because we have a. Yeah, we don't want to do that. It's actually getting a little annoying because they're actually really in the way of us being able to go south. But I think it's probably better for us to beat the Slavs down for proper amounts of land first anyway. So we're probably just gonna keep doing that. There. Can't beat those guys up. That land sucks. Okay, what about... There you got the Byzantines. They've got... they're basically the guys we don't want to mess with until we're very powerful, so let's just ignore them for now. Conquest of Ashley doesn't seem too bad, but it's probably better to just get the conquest of Vyazma done. But let's wait until we are just right up to them, and they can't really hope to get a defense done when the horde's already on their way. Clans want more land? Seriously? Okay, let me see. $6.15. Let me see, what counties do we have that we want to actually kind of be okay with giving away. Yeah, okay, we're gonna take and give them the Wyazma. They're probably not gonna rebel until I've already beaten that. But that war to begin with. Oh, this feels so filthy. I mean, I'm like already attacking from day one. I've already defeated them just a very quick short amount of time. I'm slightly faster than them on top, so I can like then catch their army. It's just feels easy because I've been just playing like this game for many people feels very difficult, especially when you're playing in certain other ways. But if you've been playing the game for a while and then start to play horselords, they really feel like easy mode. You've been playing the game for a while in a way that makes a lot of the things you're trying to do very difficult, and the horselords tend to make everything you want to do easier. Okay, let's see. Okay, we kind of did that. Yeah, does it also feel the moral authority? Lost holy words. Where are the lost holy words coming from anyway? We're gonna make sure we're pillaging it first to get. So we're gonna get the benefit of purging it. Here's to the fields, and you are going to get the county of Vyazma. You're going to be my spy master, and you're going to copy some text from that. That is not a bad guy to be your spy master. Where does that guy come from? I don't know, but that's fine. Fine. Okay. We beat some raiders down over there. Let me see, -70. Declared war, squeezed for extra tribute. Maybe I do want to just kick his ass right now. He's going to rebel, but that's fine. Especially since we might actually have more vassals later, and we just want to make sure we're already beating them to the punch after that. At that point, to the point where we're not gonna enable them to get stronger within our empire or anything. Just enforce demands. Revoke the High Chiefdom of Morda. Of Mordwa, and now we we've got that land. I shall be a master of strategy. Okay, I'm just gonna keep him in jail until our truce goes away, and I think our truce actually doesn't go that way for that long. Magyar, truce with. Yeah. Yeah. 5. Okay. 6, 7, 8. 9. Okay, there must have been a few that I skipped. That's not good at all. Nope, 9 and 10. That's fine. We're gonna skip a few of this by accident. You're usually gonna have enough kids to the point where you kind of forget about this. We're gonna hold some more games for some extra prestige values. Got 2,000, and we have more in just our horde. I think we gotta do a war against them, but we don't really want to do a subordination because of the Teng clause, which the Tengri can get included in, and we don't really want to do that. We don't really want to do that either. We're just gonna do the conquest of Ashley. Conquest of Ashley. The best warrior shall win. Okay, now we've got some money stacked. We've got a lot of population booms, which I think is actually very good for us. We can get the sheep just to get our extra tax up, or we can try to get some of the... I think we probably want to just get anything that increases our population at this point. I think the population is the important part, so maybe cattle pens... 3%. 3% versus population growth. Yeah, we're gonna do a shrine just because it has the most population growth. I think that is going to be some of the most important thing for us to improve upon right about now. It's just an advisor. Bertsy, I'm going to... Oh, he's a trader for some reason. That's great. Let me see. I was just about to leave when Yavdi's horse reached out and bit him. I don't really want him to dislike me, so I'm just gonna... There's a better watering spot. Yeah, sure, he mistreated my horse a little bit. I think that's fine. Really used to fertilize the crops. Yeah, he's occupying our capital over there, which is annoying, but we're gonna get it right back, basically. Like, his capital's all the way over there. I'm not sure we're gonna bother. I think we're just gonna beat his army and get that done that way. Yeah, with 1,000 more horse, I think we can beat that. Let me see. Now we're gonna make sure our capital isn't claimed anymore like that. Agiar's host is Gil. Yeah, it's the clan of Iskil. Reclaim over there. There's a chance of becoming patient. Patient is very good, so I'm gonna do that. And wants even more land. See, 20th August, 19th of August. Okay, we're gonna fight the guys that were raiding us, and then we're gonna fight some more. Fight the guys that we are attacking over there. This war is gonna take a little bit longer, mostly just because they're bigger, but I think that's still good because we do still want to just limit this guy's resources, because he actually might become a threat if we just let him grow unfettered. But I think if we if we you know strike him a little bit down now, he's going to be a lot easier to deal with later down the road, because we're going to this will definitely not be the first war against this guy. See, they're still just unafraid going into there. I don't know why, because it's not going to go well for him. Gonna do that. Do that. We're gonna face the horde over there. We're probably going to win. He's not even weird. The AI is, yeah, we're very similar commanders, which means that the odds are heavily in my favor. Although it might look there's no miraculous turnaround where he suddenly wins. Okay, I'm gonna new unit to go here. 26th, 12th. Let's see, new unit, the bigger, go to Billiar. And take their capital. See, that one's still going with the shrine. Okay, this might have been a bit of an overconfident attack, but nah, okay, it doesn't seem to be. I think we're gonna get the rest of the war score, but just from this. We're probably gonna use some of these women just as concubines. We seem to have trouble finding good ones, but oh, these are awful. Okay, let me see. We want preferably ones with a genius trait, so we're gonna go women. Married, nope. Nothing in that department that we could grab. Next up is quick. All outside of our range. And career, yeah, I don't think we want the disfigured one necessarily. What about this one? This one's gonna be very good, but we're not gonna get it critical like us enough to get there. Same thing I think goes with this one. Yeah, it's only gonna be improved by 36. What about the disfigured one? Is she greedy or something? No. Really no reason for why the bride gets they're done. Strong. If only you could take your own relatives as concubines like you can with Zoroastrians. That is a pretty nice feature of theirs. And yeah, it's not like a sort of a jokey thing. It's just literally just when you see good women related to you, it's just sort of like a thing about not being picky rather than a sort of a fetish on my part. Okay, there's nothing really here, so I actually probably might actually just check the dungeons. What's in the dungeons? Okay, this is a kid. Too young. No. I'm gonna ransom that immediately. That one's actually not too bad. Wait, can I not take his concubine? Okay, this guy's correct. Weird, like that. Like where you're talking to her, his husband. You can't take concubine. Oh yeah, it's because we were releasing her. Okay, that's fine. I want to keep this guy in. Paler, Tingri. Yeah, we actually don't want to take this one either. We don't want to motion, mutilate, or torture either. We don't really want to take as a concubine. Can we even? No, but recruit, we don't want to recruit because it's a lover, friend, child, mother is not a rival. Any difference between is at least negative 25. Okay, no good women here, so okay, we're just gonna ignore that. Actually, maybe some attractive women there, because you know, that's just a trait. It's like not as good as the other two, but if you can grab it, we already have 3 concubines? No, we don't. Okay, but that one's Tengri, right? We should be able to do the take concubine offer. For lieges, quick nerd doesn't have any titles. Weird. Yeah, they're just Tengri. Yeah, it's in that. Yeah, it's. Huh, it's in Kyrgyz revolt. Okay, maybe it's because it's in a revolt or something. Apparently, the attractive Jewish women just don't exist. Wait, there it is. Actually, there's one, but she's 31, and she is. So yeah, she's in those Jews that are way over there. Yeah, we got nothing in that department, so we're just gonna look for something. Let me see. Honestly, yeah, I'll take that. And yeah, well. See, yeah, okay, she like. Okay, she's already considering taking a concubine offer. Okay, that's fine, he's getting that. We're gonna celebrate Passover again. And we are going to... Actually, maybe if we can just go with the stewardship. Okay, sometimes it feels a little weird, like you have to like reset the preference thing before it gets back. I think I'm actually just gonna go with my religion to make this whole thing faster. This does not seem too bad. Chaste, simply for pagans, nah. Kinda like this one. Orthodox, it's not... Yeah, just so many orthodox little things like that, just wrangling around there. I can take that one, okay. With that one I should have enough concubines for a little while. Okay, we have the shrine in Aktuba, so we wanna just pass the Matsuna, and we get that. It's just like the celebration of prayer. Next Seder lasts well into the night, but all the good things must end. Your wrestlers are going to celebrate their Passover, but most decree that your Seder dinner was well worth the trip. Next year in Jerusalem, those that Passover Seder, 100 must teach 100 piety. And we are going to get some, minority shrines. People worship deities of different religions, some cultural points, some clan sentiment, some fort level. Think Feltcrafter, Nomad Tax, Global, Winter Supply, Hunting Parties, Horticulture, Offensive, Metal Armies. Yeah, we're gonna do some cattle pens. And we're gonna give... Let me see, what counties do we have that we would like to give? Not much. I'm a selfish prick that way. Okay, their population is very comparable now. I'm gonna give him the county of Atiro. Atiro? Okay, like if there's like some whatever nationality these whatever language or culture these names come from, they can properly pronounce them. That would be pretty cool to know that at least. Okay, maybe we can revoke some more titles from these assholes. But see, we can't because, okay, we still have the truce. Okay, vassals. We're gonna revoke that. And we're gonna pillage. And they're gonna get the county of Gaelic Mersk. Let me see what else is here. Is this guy directly under me? No. Are there any more of this directly under me, guys? That one, which is over there. That is also getting revoked. Some sort of traitor for some reason. I don't care. Okay, they do not surrender this at all. Pillage. still have skills. Excellent. Until 1892, it's like 0.5 monthly, which is still more than 5, so I think I'm actually just gonna show this skill to fashion it into a throne. Get some prestige down there. 10, 10. I don't get this. Is it just like a total of them? Is it more than any of them? Okay, I don't think maybe I want to start a new clan. I think I do. Well, mine's so I think there are too many clans in there. There's only like number of clans is like 3. Maybe that's like so low that we probably want another clan to grab some more land. Goroda does. Okay, I'm gonna try to see how that works. Maybe that's a dumb move, but I think I'm gonna do that. You're in a clan. You're a powerful vassal, and I think I'm actually gonna make you my marshal just because you have better stats. You're gonna then start training the warriors, and you have a little clan over here. I think that's basically fine. You're not gonna settle anywhere. You, just because you're someone, can take a vassal. And okay. Technology, we're gonna get some. They're gonna get some tolerance because I think that passive opinion modifier is gonna be pretty good. Yeah, sure, you can marry my courtier, or take mine as a concubine. I don't care, that's fine. Yeah, they're not that bad, not that great, you can just have them. Conquest of Morehouse. See how that does. And we're just continuously bullying. Oh shit. They're attacking them in a subjugation war. That's not great. Oh wait, we're leader's siege. Get that done. Boom. And pillage land. Maybe we can actually take on Bulgaria. We got 4,000. Invasion of Hungary. What is the invasion of Torca? Invasion of nearby Orthodox. Yeah, we don't want to tempt that. I think that's more than we can chew right about now. I think we still have. We do not no longer have one with them, and I don't think they're in any pact. So I think we can do some more land taking away from them. Clans want more land. I don't get that red thing. B2. Sakai, Butsai. Mordova. Chuvash. Nishni. That's fine, and we probably have some extra manpower to use for some retinue right about now. 75 prestige. You can get some horse archer retinue from there. You can spend some money to get a nice retinue, but I think we're actually just gonna create horse archer. Let me see, it's Khazar money. Let's try 1 heavy vanguard and some lightfoot, and get 5 Chevalites on top of that. Yeah, now we're gonna have Khazar Satrap Hashim of the Hashemite. Let me see, what war is this? How much troops they have 500? Yeah, no, and if they break the Suez ring, that's fine. We want the population boosts, manpower growth, manpower growth, manpower growth. Yeah, they're clearly stacking at least, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, and I don't think these trade boosts are working like 90% of the time, so. But we still get the passive bonus, so it's not too bad. Bulgar's pretty big, Romania's pretty big. We can get up there in the north, but I think we're gonna try to make sure that the south stays somewhat conquerable. Yeah, if they were defending, I might actually get there, because it's probably better for them to be unorthodox rather than Muslim hands. But generally, it's fine. I guess I forgot the whole war for Turkestan. Yeah, it's not gonna bite much. Like, I'm not really yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Safarid grabbed for somehow this one county, and what? The Justinid? The Justinid actually made it happen? That doesn't happen too many playthroughs. The Dehistan did, like, Dehistan and Karen made a split. Ugh. 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 Yeah, the Zoroastrians are basically gonna get eaten up like they do most games. Okay, I need to get more nobles. How can I invite a noble to court? Excellent, you have stewardship that isn't crap, you're now my steward. And we're gonna collect tribute from this guy. Okay, we're gonna need another guy to attack. We don't really want to attempt that, not quite yet. Unless the Holy Roman is near attacking near Byzantine Holy War for Edessa. Wow, these guys are so split up right about now. But the Safarid is, like always, getting pretty stable up there. Ooh. Okay, what are we up to? 9, 10, 11. There we go. Then we're gonna go over to there to Homagirl. Actually, I wonder how long have we been even streaming? We've been streaming for like an hour or so. I think that's fine. Ooh, we finally finished the cattle pens, so that means we're gonna get something else. Maybe just immediately upgrade the cattle pens for some population growth, some tax, because I feel like those are pretty important. So I can max population plus 2,000. Yeah, or maybe just sheep, just to get the extra upgrades done as quickly as possible. I think I like the cattle pens because we just want to keep both money and population growth. Oops, sorry, I missed it a little bit, did a little mistake, because I was, Moscow looks pretty good. Yeah, sure. Moskwa, I'm gonna do a conquest of Moskwa. That's going to be pretty quick and decisive. It's calling a lot of friends into it. Wait, why is a Shia Muslim asking me to get married? It's not even a horselord, it's like an Ikta. That usually does not happen at all. And he's even expelled the Jews! Why the hell does he want another one there? Sultanate of, and it's like the Sultanate of Mauritania all the way over there. Nah, I don't really want to bother. Okay, let me see 3. Is here special somehow? No. Kingdom of Great Moravia. There, that actually might help, so I'm gonna get that. He's okay, Catholic. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're just gonna get that occupation bonus quickly. Okay, why do you guys want to marry so much into me? I don't particularly want Sultan of Mauritania. Let's see, Georgia? Sure. I don't mind having a pact of non-aggression against Georgia. Oh, yes! now we have a brilliant strategist on our hands, and that is great. Okay, we gotta try to finish this war up relatively soon, because I've got a feeling that a lot of little guys can make one little big mess, but I think we can still just drag it through, just by sheer occupied. Okay, yeah, he doesn't like my extra tribute, that's fine. You see, go over there. Oh great, some military spread rate, that's fine. But technology smooth in terms of military spread rate is not nearly as important. Yeah, because like, wait, like even though that says 000, I have some tech over here. Legalism doesn't do anything, religious custom doesn't really do much, but noble cause does a little bit, not a lot. Okay, some extra prestige for free basically over there. That's the annoying thing with playing a nomad, is that the minimum, the really annoying thing about playing a nomad is that the minimum amount of troops it takes to be annoying against you is a lot smaller. Wait, that is not how that's supposed to be. That looks like a glitch of some sort. Because that is no longer occupied, and should be no longer occupied. Okay, I hope that's not a serious glitch, because I am playing on Iron Man and trying to get an achievement over here, so that would make that extra annoying if a glitch would cause that. But what holding? Okay, now it's happening like over there. Why is our war score so low though? And why is this acting like that is still occupied? Weird. Yeah, I should try to be more charitable. Because that shouldn't be occupied, and I believe... Okay, that shouldn't be occupied because he doesn't have the men to do it. Is there anything I'm missing in here? Because this guy... he also has land over here. It's one big area. Yeah, sure. Let's make a... Give him a... real one. Kick out of Kyrgyz. Sure, the prestige facts are fine. Okay, there it is. There is the enemy. Enemy slightly bigger than expected. Okay, but if we march through there, and there, occupy that thing, or to 77, I think we can get this without that fight even, like, initializing. '86. Got some minor reinforcements showing up. Oh, that's not great. Great when one of your oldest sons, decent stat considering that he's got the worst education tab, but still very annoyingly low stats. Why isn't he doing anything with the army over there, I wonder? I think that's a really weird behavior of the AI. Misguided warrior? Really? That is awful. Okay, what about this guy? We're gonna get stroke, we're gonna get... Oh shit, have I just been completely ignoring the educations? Yes I have, because I am an idiot. Anyway, friction curious, okay, I think we're just gonna go stewardship. That thing is going to be... diplomacy fussy is bad, but fussy is good. Yeah, let's just do that. That is haughty. Let's go struggle. Let's go boarding conscientious. Let's go diplomacy. Let's go rooting. Let's go with martial. Let's go with stewardship. And let's go with a struggle. Oh shit, I fished completely fucking that up. But it was dull too, so it's fine. But and like my air here is decent enough, so. Is there any way to get at an extra county there? It's still unnerving that he's just not moving that at all. I find that extremely unnerving. Is that a holy site for some reason? I don't think it is. I see 14, that's 2 more siege steps basically. That should take very little time. Let's be by 15 switch tiles, 97. I think we just wait one more month. Why aren't they doing anything though? That is actually the confusing bit. And like this guy's got way better stats than I do. Heir to the Kingdom of Italy with gap. Sure, I'll marry a Carlin for basically just the prestige effects. And we got 100, so we're gonna do that. Who's that? Yeah, that's the new clan, my marshal. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we gotta pillage that. Yeah, we're gonna try to get some more manpower out of this. We've got almost 30,000 manpower, which I think is good. Yeah, so the Medigian is basically some sort of Austrian. I still like that you get that, like you get that announcement even if you're somewhere here, where like even at the end of your playthrough 400 years later, it's not gonna matter at all. Ooh, I've got 30,000 people. Does that mean I can? Do a invasion? I could probably can. We're gonna get some more gladiators. They're gonna march over here. We're gonna get them over here. Here, can I? Does that mean we get a invasion? Prestige must have published Middle East at 75% of maximum. What is maximum? It's 50,000, so something like it's 75, so that's like 50. I wonder. Okay, what is the precise maximum anyway? It's 50,864. Okay, so we need like 8 more thousand population. Yeah, we can probably get that done. And then get an invasion there, and I think we can probably take it night. Maybe the Byzantines won't get involved, maybe we can just take that risk. Ooh, that is a nice get. Another pregnant concubine, that's good. Got 300 prestige over there. We don't have pacts against us anywhere. I think we're going to mess. We can't mess with the Bulgars because we still have a pact of non-aggression against them. We don't have a pact of non-aggression against the Mercuram anymore. And we can do a conquest of Vladimir if we just march over to that, our capital's clan over there. That is actually a surprisingly high amount of land I've gotten in a very short amount of time here. Oof, Nomad feels just disgustingly easy. Okay, religion-wise, our moral authority is really low though. Like, our holy sites are all the way over there. We can't rep any of them anytime soon. Okay, we're going to go for declare. Can't do holy war, so we're just going to do the conquest of Vladimir. This time they've got way more troops than they did last time, but that's fine because we have more troops as well. How many of those are even event spawned? Yeah, 4,000 of that is basically event spawned, so it's gonna be a joke after that, so we're good. Girls will be girls. Getting him for getting shrewd is fine, so let's do that. Get another county in. Pillage and get another holding. Clan sentiment. Clans want more land. Okay, that's my give 20. Ashina. Khan Yazdi, the wise is not a counselor. You've outshined, so you're gonna get that. And you're gonna train some warriors in the other clans. Like that now. Khan Yazdi. Yazdi the wise. He's not really any good counselor material. We can probably just make him my advisor. I don't really care. Fire counselor. Why can't I make him my advisor though? I don't know. Let me see. Khan Yabdi. But he is my as a counselor. That's a champ counselor, and oh, it is counselors because they have a feud. Okay, okay. This is tyrannic land. Okay, we're gonna try to find land that is not awful here. We're gonna attraction. We're gonna find the worst land we have to basically give away. Are we actually down to just 5 counties? So we're gonna basically have to give 4s now. Or maybe we can grab a. Is this guy completely independent? He is. We're going to. Oh, sorry, he is not independent. He's part of that group. That group's got 898. Okay, if we cap them on that position. It's really annoying that you get in Crusader Kings when your conquests are giving you a bit less when just because you just are at the point where you gotta start delegating all of that to your vassals. It always feels like a little bit worse. So revoke. No, we can't do that. Or we're just pillaging the old lands of him anymore. Keep the 5. Where's there a 4 we can keep? A 3 we can give. I don't think there's any 3 left. Oh, we've been giving most of the shitty land away, so we're not gonna give you Moscow though, but we can probably get you Ashley. There you go, and point. Yeah, I can't make him my advisor for some reason, so it's fine. See, we're gonna fertilize the field some more because we just want a population. We should implode. Sure. Are these guys only these 2 counties? Because if these are only these 2 counties, we can probably just grab Belo Lazaro. Like, I'm grabbing lands that are much more. Okay, we've got population is not getting much higher. Okay, we're gonna do a we can do evasion, we can do subordination. What's the reason we can't do it? We can't actually do subordination. Or at this time. It's really annoying that, okay, these guys got 2,000. These guys have got 500? What about you? Oh, these are Muslims, so they're not gonna care. I think we can do it. No, because we can't afford it, because of course, because we don't have the minimum amount of prestige because of the truce we have. Or until that truce actually ends. Let me see. Kagan, Buko. that's the one. 6th May 1887. So that's basically just next year. So we can do one more war in between at least. Kiev. Ooh. The conquest of Kiev. Is that because of a negotiation of an alliance? Okay. Okay, let me just check. Okay, they've got 1200. We'll check how good their actual enemies, or like allies, are. Because if you do that, let me see, they've got Greater Poland. It's a fair distance away with less troops than I think is going to really matter. What about their other pact? Their Vidabisk. There's got in a location that'll matter more, but I think we can probably nab that. And I think maybe Kiev is just like a very fine place for a capital. Especially since it's very sort of generally a lot closer to where we're doing a lot of fighting. I know it doesn't seem like we're doing much to get through the I gotta teach him it doesn't seem like we're doing much to get over to Jerusalem and all of that area, but that's basically just because you need to be very powerful until you get to these sort of guys. And Alania, maybe we should try to let them go. Fully work for demand. Yeah, we're actually just gonna let them explode on that. Ulan. 7, goddammit. 11. 12. I'm so used to playing this game and just clicking through the names that I keep forgetting that I'm trying to number them and all that. I'm going to make... that's actually could be a line of inheritance. Sure, I'm just going to make them ambitious. I think it's fine. If they connive a little against each other, I think that's fine. We're going to do Conquest of Kiev. And I think this time we're actually just going to call everybody immediately, because they actually might have resistance against us over here. So we're going to just straight up take Kiev, because this looks like a very good place to have a capital. And we're going to do a victory. Let me see. Your horde swarms into the holding of the Kiev tribes as the walls crumble and fall. They are intent on plundering, but won't go ahead unless you, their Kagan, gives them their permission to do so. Let me see. Anything you see is yours for the taking. Bring back the spoils to me, and we will divide them between us. That will basically gain 75% population, gain 5 gold. Actually, I'm going to be anything you see is yours for the taking. Ooh, they've got some event spawn troops. And I think we're going to just take that, occupy that, and then wait for these guys to help me actually finish up the army. Ooh, Shrode, boys will be boys, definitely. Now that is a good potential heir. I also got to remember to periodically MD out the old jail cell. Wait, you're actually going for them without me? It seems like a bit risky, but I don't know, maybe his cavalry's just... Yeah, it feels like our little clan of assholes is beating him already, without even getting our own troops there. Gonna do that, then we're gonna do that, and we're going to take Kiev. Is that a holier site for some reason? Oh, it is a holy site to the Slavic faith. I think that's good. Crusader King says that sort of thing when you're changing something. Basically, if whoever you're attacking, however usually deals with them becomes a lot stronger just because of the inherent nature of weakening the guys that they're usually most afraid of. Because like when you are playing, like, I don't know, an Indian or like someone who's really fighting off the Abbasids, the Byzantines tend to get a lot stronger because they have to deal way less with the Byzantines. I'm going to pillage. And I'm going to pillage. Completely everything. Yep. take a little while. In the meantime, we're just gonna make this our capital, and we're gonna Bucketeer Council. Work after defense of everything. Minority shrines, culture points, camp fortifications, clan gathering hall. Get a harbor, a minter. Has trade post. Terrain desert. Terrain jungle. Okay, I'm gonna yam. Oxen wagon. I think I'm going to just do the sheep or the horse breeder. Yeah, I think we can just do the horse breeder. I think that's probably fine. Just, yeah, as long as we keep building something. Let me see, how much of it that trees is left? It's been a while since we did that. Console blind, it's... I think it's this guy. Pucus? Yeah, it's Pucus the Fowler. That's 890. Actually, that's since before the last war we did against those guys. So yeah, okay, that's our manpower. We've got 3,000 men. 179. We're gonna have some more manpower to spend at hordes pretty soon. I think we're actually going to maybe spend some actual cash to get some heavy vanguard, more heavy vanguards down. Let me see, struggle, and you're gonna go for etiquette. You're gonna go for humility. Now let's get it started. It's been taking a while to pillage this. For some reason. I don't want to settle this tribe, I just want to pillage. Okay, there it is. Fully pillaged. All pillaged and nice. Okay. Did like a little bit of a drop here. Okay, we think we're not going to be streaming for too much longer for episode 2, but I think we've made some very good progress here. I've taken a few counters here. There are probably people that have done it better than I'm doing it right now, but, you know, take some, you lose them. And I am going to take... yeah, I'm going to get some heavy vanguard. Oof, get some heavy vanguards down. I think... like, maybe that's wrong, but we're going to try to have some new vanguard. I don't actually, like, really follow the sort of more power checking element of the Crusader Kings community. Ooh, although maybe that was not smart because of the... yeah, that was not smart. I fucked up. That's going to put my income in the nutter. But I think that's... actually, that may be fine because we can just start raiding Bulgaria or just attack Bulgaria. I think I might risk it. Wallachia does not leave us touching the Byzantines. I think I can't do that because population is at least 75% of maximum, minimum maximum is 265,000. Let me see. Dependent grounds. Do we actually have pacts of non-aggressive to all of these? That seems unlikely. Conquest of Gaelic. We're just gonna try to have the population rise, hopefully quickly enough to get there. But it seems to be very hard, just because of how much land you're getting. Like that maximum is continuously moving up. And we're gonna pillage. Use the corpse to fertilize the fields because we're trying to get more and more people. 131. They've actually still, they have somehow 2,600? No, sorry, oh, they hit, okay, they've just got like 4,000. And where can we get that? Sure, just to, for the prestige effects, and I think that's fine. Gonna keep Vladimir, Moskva, word size, another one to give to them. Yeah, let's say. You've got, yeah, 12 versus 11 versus 10. 10, so that's fine. Smolensk. Yeah, okay, that's part of that one, same one. Yeah, we've basically just cut them into basically. Okay, that would take us a while though, because we would need to gain approximately 10,000, so. And that would take us loads and loads of months. Do you want to attack Bulgaria similarly though? 545, it doesn't seem to be that great though. What other ways can we try to attack the Bulgars? We don't have invasions because we would need population at least at 75. Subordination of Crimea looks pretty good though. Okay, I'm not willing to do that while the Byzantines are not doing anything. How are they doing in that anyway? Itaz, son of Lucifer, Jesus. Okay, that guy's somewhat doing it. Okay, I think maybe doing some big war over here might be the right way to go. I think we can take them despite of the these guys are actually okay, these guys are 10 green now, so that's like 2, 4 plus like almost nothing. I think we can do probably take a big one. Okay, is Kumania really their biggest territory? What about the Volga Bukhar? This is getting us 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counties. This is getting us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counties. I kind of, the average is like 4. The average is slightly less here, so we're gonna do a so I'm gonna do an invasion on Volga. Sorry, what is that? Volga, Bulgaria. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna make sure to be at the end over there with our troops. That's gonna take a little while. Oh, excellent. Son that is Midas touched. I think we can probably get a pretty good steward out of that son. Slight gift, and you're going to collect tribute from try to collect tribute from our guy who is already our tributary. Try to see how well that'll do for us. Ooh, hopefully get some generals out of that one. I'm actually like 49 years old and I've expanded my empire a great deal. Khazaria is probably one of the more powerful one of the most powerful horselords here, like Bulgar and Khmenia are somewhat in contention, but this horde seems not impressive. Maybe I'm doing it wrong because, oh no, okay, the money recovered somehow. That was probably just while we were trying to refresh them. That makes sense. We're gonna research some cavalry and some siege. And then we're gonna get castle, trade. Then we're gonna get some noble persons, popular villages. 556 all of a sudden. Wow, Jesus. That is surprisingly quick tech advancements. Wait for the clan to guess me out. Their elders are cool and I'd like them a lot better. Okay, that's pretty good. First I would come. Okay, what clan sentiment has a generally positive sentiment of basically everyone. Khan Kundikat is counselor. Khan Yavdi. Okay, these don't like each other. But besides that, everyone else seems to, so we're gonna do that. So we can probably enter. It's probably better to enter in from there because that we don't have to need to go over up now. Okay, she's trying to kill my spy master for some reason. Which just remind me. Actually, wait a minute. How is that even spelled? Take concubine. Because that is one good concubine. Okay, is there anywhere concubine 2037 for that? Yeah, but a couple of them aren't too great. It's still probably better find for now. And we're gonna invasion of Bulgar. Not invasion, subordination of Bulgar. Subordination of Bulgar. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we're trying to grab Bulgar. Are any of the Tengri guys joining up already? Doesn't look like it. Okay, but okay, this is a generally thing when you're looking for their strength. This is probably what you should be doing, but I don't know, I've just been kind of lazy about it. I mean, it looked like, comparatively, like it would need to be really ridiculous for this not to be a good idea. Getting some more out of Bulgar would probably be fine. Yeah, never, that's fine. Okay, just you all go, that's fine. Okay, we'll do the con, we get some more diplomacy out of that. We're gonna have this thing occupied. I like that because I like that trait a lot. A game master, because it actually does give you a combat ability, because it gives you one martial and it gives you the narrow flank 30%, which is overall a pretty good combat bonus out of a trait, like comparatively out of trait, because there are not that many traits that actually do contribute that positively to many of your traits. A lot of them are not just overall not very good. The ones that really get that thing going. It's fine. Go to Jesus. Okay, we're getting the money in negatives, but that's fine. Got 58. Has he called anyone else? We'll do it. I think those are just his vassals, though. Yeah, as guild clan and something else. Proceed new unit. New unit. That new unit go there. That one go over there and just try to kick their ass a little bit more. We're pretty much getting that war set. Our whores. Oof, brilliant strategist daughter. That is pretty good. I kind of like the prestige effects of that, so that should be fine. Yeah, because this character didn't start great, but he ended up being pretty good. Okay, this the other guy's just the other clan, right? Yeah, it's just the other clan. They're not helping each other at all. Oh, that's fine. Enforce demands. Yeah, I tend to get a little bit paranoid about the wars that people can raise into. And I probably do that a little bit too much. Okay, 3 counties, Jesus. So I just cannot expand anymore. I'm just giving all of that to them. Why the hell is this guy like that? Way. Quest council support. Put him off the council and this guy instead. This guy's annoying because he doesn't actually want his thing improved. There's no way for me to get him as an heir. Yeah, there's no way for me to designate him as an heir. Because, like, agnatic nomadic succession. Normally inherits by prestigious clan leaders. The son and brother with the most prestige normally inherits. I really wish there was a way for that I could give this guy the most prestige. I don't really have a land of title. Actually, maybe I can do some more of the revoke shenanigans. When is that over? Over anyway. 890. Okay, that's 2 years. Meantime, he's just ruining everything. What if I give it to him? Okay, I gotta kick him off the council. Because this is getting ridiculous. It's fine, you're gonna collect some tribute over there. It's fine. Because I cannot have a position where it's like, that's the annoying thing about the council. Sometimes they don't care what you do, it's always bad. Khazar. Corson, where's Corson again? Let's see, County of Biliar. Volcor. Khazar. He's going to have some good manpower gains right about now. Is it 3 a.m. already where I am? Well, where I am anyway, it's 2 a.m. Okay, I'll be probably there for like 30 or 40 more minutes before I wrap up episode 2 of this. Okay, wait, where is it discontent? Okay, they're discontent over something. It's fine. Wait, I haven't changed the law in a while. Yeah, is not nomadic. No. 67% favored. Oh, that's actually pretty scary. Facts. 4. It's fine, I'll just do that later. Maybe I shouldn't have done that just so that we can attack them. But considering where I am, I think I want to do a little bit more build type of thing before I get to there. I still have a pact of aggression against that guy. See, prestige, negative 21 for revenues, 6,700. Okay, our pacts of aggression are getting pretty steep everywhere. Can we do a warrior war on Bulgaria, subordination to Moldova? We basically just have the Hmm. Kicking North has prestige of 300. Wait. At least 50%. I thought it was 75. Yeah, it's invasion. 75% of mastery them and prestige at least 100. Okay, I'll get up to 300 prestige. Okay, I need. Basically, I think I'm just gonna wait until I have enough of that. I actually don't think it's maybe not. It's not that long. It's possibly 3. We've got to remember to just continuously upgrade everything that's in here. Feldcrafter. $987. Let's look what's the manpower, but what population? Net monthly is 260. Gonna march to the capital. Bulgaria seems like it would be ripe for the taking if I could just get to the proper population. 60,762. I need to basically be at 4,500. I basically need to be at like get 4,000 more pop, and I'm getting like 200 a month. At that, I should be able to get to there at a reasonable rate. There's no one I really want to attack for now, so I'm just gonna wait until. Actually, maybe can we attack Hungary? Yeah, but we don't want to get the Catholics in on that. If we could somehow get, let me see. Dear, I should try to repair this. Sure, I don't really, I don't really care about this. No, it's fine. Yeah, get some struggle, get some more rulers. Okay, that's actually very good, because now we have a pact of non-aggression against the Byzantines. And with that, the moment when we invade Bulgaria, one of the few people that can really help can't anymore. Excellent. Clan sentiment. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna improve that guy's clan. Improve your clan's esteem in the eyes of another clan. Can you do otherwise? Can you do otherwise? Okay, can't improve his own. His team has his own. Yeah, it's not like the stupid thing. It's weird because like the other guys can do the stupid thing where you put a diplomat on top of himself and he will make him like himself better, which is a little bit of weird. Some of the logic things that happen in Crusader Kings are a little bit off. Yeah, sure, just end that. 7. Yeah, so it was learned on his own. Okay, we got that down in 890. See, November, so we need a few months to pass before we can do that. Revoke a county somewhere, and then try to get that up. And getting some majority Jewish is pretty nice. Some more, getting some more of these down is very nice. We're gonna make sure all the clans are Jewish, because we're gonna need all the benefits of having as much of that as possible. Let's get it started. Excellent. Ashina. Yeah, this clan really loves me. Very well, let's play. I will get you next time, sure. Passover. Yeah, let's have a big Passover. pass the not so, please. Next year in Jerusalem. Have port trading bows, test, and there's a lot of these different things that require you to have other things to build them. Okay, interesting. We got some tech, church and church town infrastructure, construction. What does that even do? Yam, I can upgrade my yam, whatever that did again. Yeah, that's actually the one that does technology. To start there, we're building something to get 100 parties, although we don't really have any horse archers, so I think it's probably still the best to maybe wait a little bit. Okay, we have a truce until 21st of November. We're probably gonna have a war over this, so it's probably best to march back. We've got about a horde of 7,000, so that's not bad. Yeah, they're not. The defensive packs are not getting much better. Although, wait, are these seriously guys Muslim? These guys are Muslims. That is annoying. Can't we just skip over them? Invasion of Georgia. Okay. Okay, after he dies, we're probably gonna get him back then. Oh, it's January 1991. Okay, who doesn't like that idea? Well, there were so many plots like that. He's influenced by a favor, so put that guy in charge. Okay, let's that guy around. Let me see you down. Yeah, gonna put him back on top of that. Gonna revoke that title. Gonna revoke that title. Revoke that title and grant it to you are gonna grant. The Mordwa tribe. Is that like an insult or something? Is he my new heir then? Okay, shouldn't have the title. Shouldn't having the title generate more prestige for him? You see, resist my folly influences. Let's try to buy some. That's actually good. That gets me the money I need to get something good. Oxen wagon. Gear crafter. Max population. Rural armies. Global safari with global movement speed. Yeah, maintenance costs so. Make county capital. And when's that county open enough? But for 208 versus 400. these held counties. Can I make him the Duke of Mordor? Let it. Let me see. Just get to 400, 2.40. Yeah, we gotta do that. Fire counselor. You are no longer my advisor. You are my advisor. And with that, you'll have 5 prestige per month. Versus like almost nothing. Yeah. Versus like 5% of prestige. Excellent. Are we up to the prestige? Are we up to the population? I don't think we are, but let's just see. Invasion, Greece. You just straight up invade Greece for 2 counties, that's stupid. Yeah, we've got like 2,000 men there, so. And a prestige of 5, so. Can I get that? Why are there so many guys over there that really want to marry into me? Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with Commander for a while anyway. With that, we're gonna have a lot of light riders. 46,000, is that enough? 46,000, we've got to have higher than 30,000 and at least 75% of maximum. Has prestige of at least 100. Oh shit, we could also make sure that. Oh shit, I fucked that up for us. Turov. Can we do a humiliation war maybe? We don't have truce with. Can we do a Tigris? Actually, yeah, we need the people. Georgia. Make tributary, or maybe just conquest of Turov. Declare war, conquest of Turov. That should probably get us up the way there. Prestige-wise, that is. False accusations. Proceed to that. At least 75% of maximum. What is the exact one we need? That's 62,593 divided by 4 times 3. That is 46,944. Okay, we're just like a couple months short. Let's make sure it's not a 100. Yeah. because we have the population rise of 375. Okay, so we should be there in just a couple months. Population going to manpower. Oh, no, but then we did actually some decline. Probably maybe the pillaging is gonna get us there. Pillage holding. Okay, excellent. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna build some preserver, some some horde maintenance costs. Iraq producer and population growth. We're gonna get Iraq producer. We're gonna do you. You're gonna get. Wait, my steward. Why can't I fire you? Fire you. Let me see. Send 2 into hiding. Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. Council position, advisor. You can be my advisor. Sure, you. 14 of Vladimir. Clan want more land. 7. 1. Cert is I think one of mine, so yeah, you get County of Cert. Revenue is 22. Let's get it started. Okay, let's do the Kagan. I think I'm gonna get conquest of Pinsk. Oh shit, I did that before that actually went through. That's stupid of me. Now we're gonna... Oh, just get that for 1 month. Oh, that's fine. We're gonna get some 100 prestige for 100 prestige, 50 prestige. And we're gonna pillage that. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Turok tribe. Did our maximum just increase significantly? Vladimir Ruski. Okay, total prestige. We're gonna, yeah, just this is in Illinois County, so even if we do that, it's just gonna be over before it matters. And we're gonna enforce demands. Oh, I meant to. Did you hear that? Pillage. Prestige. Held baronies, held countries, held duchies. Still negative 27. Okay, I think we're just gonna do and new unit and all horde. Yeah, we can't disband all of it, but we're gonna disband it. Majesty is very, very important. 3.5. 700, we were gonna try to make tributary. Tributary, also that increases the good old money income, which we do kind of need. $500 tech points, sure. Higher population than 30,000 have 74% maximum. I can't seem to get to that 75% of maximum because my maximum keeps getting increased. Little battle, show her. Prestige is still like 34 for money, negative 34 for my retinues. Oh, that's insane. Let me see what else. Principal rewards thrown. Held counties, held duchies, held empires. Held empires give you a lot, so maybe we can. Russia. Yeah, we're not quite. We're at like 36% of that. We're at even less of Tartaria. Population growth, population growing to manpower 247. Let's see, 160. But now the limit is 73,000. Ugh. $73,000. 346 divided by 4 times 3. That is 55,000. I need like 7,000 more for that to work. Yeah, this maximum population thing is a mess. Okay, wait. Maybe if I give away a county 9, he's got 9 counties. Yeah, also gonna give away not Vladimir. That. Mesa, my steward, and collect tribute from the aliens. Let me see, Mordwa. Stupid that I keep forgetting how that works. You're supposed to make that into the county capital and then do that. Reset or revoke. Mesa. It's fine, I'll just give. See, what is it negative? Clans want more land by 2, yeah, we're gonna. It's fine. Arrange patrol roll between one of my sons. One of Stoddard, and that should be fine. That also means that we have an non-aggression pact, right? Does not that mean not that doesn't that mean that that happens? Nope. One of one's host. Okay. We've gotten a new type of that. Okay, we got our prestige and positive over there. That's good. Fishing village for more population growth. Shrine for more population growth, more piety. Can get some cattle for a little bit of balance, but I think we want this shrine just because this population mess. We need 55,000 now. Jesus. Maybe we should just do one of the list rewards. The Crimea. Let's see, what's the problem there? Fire population 5,000. Prestige at least 300. Okay, at least their prestige is out in the positive, so. Hail to the Kagan. Who that we want to attack is not in the non-aggression pact. Isn't this a new con? It is not a new con, so we cannot use that to get to the thing. What about Vitabisk? Okay, let's see. Who is not in Novgorod? Novgorod. Maybe we can do a. Can't do an invasion, but we can probably do. Something smaller than that, just a hit. Okay, what about? Okay, this guy is one county. Yeah, we're gonna conquest him before people can really do anything about it, type of thing. We're gonna, yeah, sure, form blood oath. Title. You may shot. Come on, you may shot. My blood brother. Nope. Why is his clan sentiment so bad? There's a clan sentiment. Okay, it's just more like a prestige. Okay, we can fix that. we're not gonna build any more retinues for a while, and we're just gonna not gonna build. Okay, step 1, not build any retinues for a while. Step 2, just get wars done. That should fix our prestige. Was that with only 100 prestige, right? Let's see. Conquest, chiefdom. We're actually just gonna make him our tributary. Because we just need the prestige, I think. Prestige, we're getting a bunch of those guys up. The guy of Lesser Poland. Nah, but Novgorod. Hey, what happens if we win a subordination of Tiver? Nope. Subordination of Novgorod. Let's see if we can get that through. There's some there's a bunch of Slavs all over the place. I think we can get the war finished before it really matters too much, so we're gonna do a subordination of Novgorod. Or maybe this guy's been living for a really long time. Wait, that means we don't longer have a pact of non-aggression. Right now, that was like the Lotharingian one. I think we can probably pull the subordination of Novgorod out. Oh, well, yeah, I think that's probably better. Let me see. Yeah, we're probably better. Subordination of Novgorod. A horde of 8,000 horsemen. Why are there so many Muslims that want to marry the horse lords? Yeah, sure, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna set aside, take concubine. Yeah, that one seems fine. Just get a little bit younger, try to keep some of those kids coming around, because kids are basically free prestige. Okay, I really did overextend my retinue. I have way more troops than I can really feasibly pay for. But it's really interesting that that actually might be a good strategy of just being on the edge of the prestige and just keeping it going like that. Sure, I don't mind being friends with Sweden. Do that. Do that. 75 plus population, 5 gold. Need the prestige. Anything sinkers for the taken. The horse lords are very quick. Jesus Christ, is it easy to conquer things as a horse lord. Like, I'm just suddenly... We really need the prestige. Enforce demands. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Pillage tribe. Let's do that. And pillage some tribes. We will just need continuously to generate more and more prestige, so we're gonna do that. Course will come. Pillage even more holdings. Oh, good. It's fine. You will get so much prestige. Could have so much prestige. Let me see. We've got negative prestige. We've got 7 prestige positive right about now. Roof's Rain. We've got 3. We got 3 tributaries now. Our prestige is going sort of in the negative, and that's one of the reasons why this is not going as well as I'd like to. We're gonna prestige goes to 100. We're gonna okay, because now we're gonna need to just do things that get us prestige. Our clans want more. 11, 11, 10. Okay, this guy, you get robots. Etiquette. Could get some diplomacy. Clan sentiment. Okay, the clan's most probably equals the clan sentiment is negative. Need more grading land. A tributary war. One tributary war. Even that one with one tributary war, kind of prestige negative 25. Prestige negative 24. Okay, we're gonna get the prestige up. We can. Because we definitely got new unit, disband, to reduce our horde a little bit. So it all just beaten up. Retinues is 10. That should probably start to fix things here. Thus, now, and as people have hunted our land, stolen our ships, and kidnapped over this, even though you know that will be boundaries. Even though they know the boundaries between our clans, they have released which betrayals in they. Where they Ashina, they are without honor. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Personal skill 2. Combat skill of 1. Duel, okay. Okay, that's not good. No, both of my clans really don't like me at all. I'm basically not doing this particularly competently. We need to do more. Okay, you get some of that. You get some of that. Okay, I think I've gotten myself in a position where I was like a bit too overconfident. Too rough. Things that are not in the defensive pact. We have a okay, we're gonna get another horse named Arrow. Okay, I think I might be getting tired and making really stupid decisions just about now. I feel like I have not been playing that well. Because this is something that is not really acceptable. Because, okay, maybe do you not actually get a defensive pact by marrying into each other? That clan's pretty loyal, that one, and that one isn't. I don't really know why this random rivalry event is really screwing me over right about now. Vassal ruler of a county. Improve clan sentiment with this guy. Prestige, we need to get the penalty more going. Oh, it's kind of far. 27, yeah, I can only get it to like 30% towards what to kill that guy. Well, it's like 50,000 is not probably enough for the invasion anyway. Still don't have that. Actually, yeah, let's just start raiding the shit out of Bulgaria. Yeah, you don't get. I think you get prestige also for raiding. So some hardcore raiding would at least help me get some money in. See, get some clan gathering hall, because we currently seem to really need the clan sentiment to be higher. Clan sentiment. Their feuding needs more grazing lands. Same faith, loyal clan, 1 tributary war. It's not a consular. Council. Fire Counselor Advisor. Put the Khazar clan instead. Split in half. You shit out of those tribals. Of course, then I've got some other stuff going on. Stuff. Okay, I've got 300. Let me see, Ruthenia. I've got 6%. I need that. So 200 piety. Got enough piety. I need like 200 gold. Sadly, ironically, being a Jew, I can't borrow from Jewish merchants, which is actually something that would be really helpful right about now. Okay, maybe I could do that. Okay, maybe I can get a kingdom title down, get some more prestige off, continuous prestige off of that. All is well, okay. 500 tech points. Anything you see is yours, because we just need the prestige. Okay. Are we managing to sustain this empire or not? It feels like this actually might be breaking apart. Chieftain of Novgorod. Novgorod. Pillage. Provoke. And look at that. Time for some pillaging. One. Start pillaging. Provoke for that, yeah. And let's get some pillaging done. Excellent. Prestige, -1. Tributary war. let's get some struggling done. I'm really trying to make sure that this gets... Oh yeah, we're getting a clan gathering hall. That should get some of that done. Is there no way I can get that done? Okay, now prestige is getting good to land because the held kingdoms got increased by 2. That's 0.6 for prestige, and that's, you know, the plus some base, so. Let's see, where's my population at? 78,000, Jesus, I need like 3,000 more. County of Ladoga. Send gift. My shad. This is Khazar. This is Khazaria. Gonna beat the down Bulgaria. He's like 56. Pretty impressive age. Can we do that? Don't want to do that yet. Turov. Is Turov really the... Turov. Usurp. Because I just want to have more prestige. Okay, still have that. Clan gathering hall. Clan gathering hall. Clan sentiment. Let me see. Prestige is no longer a penalty, it's just a 0, so we're going to let the prestige actually just build up for a while. And not create any more retinue. I'm going to do conquest mostly because the biggest reason I'm doing conquest is basically so that I can increase the moral authority of Judaism, and Judaism does certainly need it, because we only have the way hardcore losers down south. Wait, what do you mean, one's host? Yeah, sure, that seems fine. Here we go, have a gift. Bring back the spoils, we need the population, so... And then pillage. With another thing pillaged and gone. Fertilize the fields. What is my population maximum? I don't want to be. I need to be Jewish. Time to light the fire. I don't think I have anyone that can be a service court physician. Okay, just both, any, learning. Okay, invite court. I want you to be my court physician. Yeah, you're my court physician. Yeah, these independent counties are really, really easy to just take, despite of the entire like threat, because like even though I have 18 threat, which is, you know, pretty decently high. Okay, the factions got away and everything is going up there. We've got what other title? Kingdom of Roth. Kingdom of Khazaria. This is really it. Cost you 400 gold and 2 fighting. Okay, we got that. We need Majesty, because Majesty gives us more and more prestige, and then some improved capes. Church to be able to accept that. Can we even do like, we can do the subordination of Crimea. But we cannot do invasion, because by God, we'll do this and everything, and never... Conquest of Yaroslav. Village. And then we're gonna march south to Crimea. Yeah, we'll just continue fertilizing the fields, because the population is basically somewhere around 50,000. And our Khazarian Empire is getting pretty goddamn big. Like, we're getting less troops out of each land, but, you know, I think it should be fine. Let me see. You don't have a sort of alliance with that? No. Yeah. Can I do that? Or subordination of Crimea, 5,000. Yeah, that seems right. We're gonna have most of that before they even show up, but we're gonna make sure to call all of our guys, because all our vassals and Crimea is going to be in the hands of the Khazaria. My heir is 481. Okay, I'm hoping that he fails whatever mission he does, and I did. Actually, we can probably just give him more titles, and that'll probably over prestige that. How much prestige is number one getting anyway? 0.06. Oh wow, he's actually not getting any continuous prestige, so this problem is probably going to fix itself. Yeah, 5. Okay, we've already occupied all of that. That is ridiculously. Okay, hey chief, yeah, that's what I wanted. He has actually some stats that are pretty good. Bring back spoils. Persian. before they even strike back. This is the... Before they've even... Is the king actually tribal? No, the king is feudal. This is the amount that they had occupied before they had even made a response. Okay, we're in some prestige penalties for the retinue upkeep, so let's try to get that done quick. Okay, that mountain town's pretty bad. Okay, we're gonna just try to beat them face on. 22nd, 29th. Gonna go 2018. You see, we're probably gonna kick their ass. Yeah, it does not look like they're winning this. The conquest of Bulgaria seems pretty much, well, like the subordination over of Crimea looks pretty good, and this looks like a pretty nice little high note to end the stream on. I would like Atna to continue the series with Atna if there is any interest. I think I'm probably going to continue this basically for myself. I'm kind of, just streaming this as a bonus. So, I hope I can see you next time. Bye.